Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's On The Social. This is the show where you take control and send in questions for me to answer. As always, this week's show is sponsored by OneFootball. The OneFootball app is the easiest way to keep up to date with all the latest scores, transfer news, rumours, stats and everything you need from a football app. So to download the app, the link is in the description below. Right, I've got to crack on with these ones today because we've got so many questions come in. I'm going to try to get through as many as I can. So let's start off with Facebook. Start off with Facebook today. Right, Philip D. McCauley. With our striker crisis, do you reckon Jordan Hugill will get a second chance in our first team, just like Snodgrass had last season? Quick answer to that is no, I don't think he will. I don't think he's good enough. People will say, yeah, but he didn't really get a chance. There's a reason why he didn't get a chance. I think David Moyes personally done his old club Preston a favour financially. I can't see him coming back to West Ham. He didn't really set the world alight at Middlesbrough. I think Championship might be his level. I don't think he's going to ever work out at West Ham. And I see rumours today that Preston are linked with him again. So maybe it might be a nice little transfer move for him to go back to where we signed him from. Right. Daniel Boyle, what is the most money you think West Ham should pay to buy Maxi Gomez? He's got a buyout clause of about £43 million, so that's the most we can really pay for him, really. That's in his contract, so that's his buyout clause. Me personally, I think anything, if you're going to pay 40 and you really want him, you might as well pay the 43.5. But I think 35... I mean, I don't really know a lot about him. I think a lot of West Ham fans don't really know a lot about him. Some pretend to know a lot about him. Is he worth it? Look, if Pellegrini wants him, as I've said before, I trust Pellegrini. So, but yeah, the maximum we can pay is 43.5. So if West Ham want him that much, pay it. Right. Pat Convery, Yarmolenko. Can we afford another who doesn't track back? I think we have too many luxury players' faults. Yeah, I could sort of see what you're saying. We have got a lot of luxury players, Anderson, Lanzini. With Yarmolenko, when he started settling into the team, remember he got an early injury. From what I see of him, when I first see him in pre-season, I wasn't really impressed. But that Everton game last season, he really clicked and he started to look like he was settling into the Premier League. He picked up that horrific injury that kept him out for the rest of the season. So I'm looking forward to seeing him back. But you're right, with luxury players, we need a few more players in now, like a Declan Rice and a Mark Noble, that will stick their foot in, win the ball, stick their head where other players don't want to stick their head. But look, it's always good to have luxury players, as long as they both gel. Luxury players and players that want to stick their head in. So we can get that good mix, then yeah. But I'm looking forward to seeing Yarmolenko back. Right, Reece Murray. Do you think Diop is worth 75 million in this market? At the moment, no. Has he got potential to be a 75 million plus player? Of course he has. He showed signs of it last season. At the moment, I'd probably, in today's market, I'd stick him around probably 50, 45, 50. Maybe that's pushing it a bit. Bearing in mind we paid 21 for him, 22 million. So, look, it's a lot of money, but in this day and age, I mean, I see Harry Maguire last week rumoured to be 80, 85 million. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, Harry Maguire is a good player, but is he worth that? Of course he ain't. But as you said, it's crazy these days with the money that people are paying for players. It's ridiculous. But look, Diop's got potential. I hope we keep Diop. I hope we keep him for the next few years. He's going to be an important part of Pellegrini's rebuilding at West Ham. Right, Troy Panizza. Oh, what a name that is. Last week I think it was Martini. It was a good name, but Panizza. That's a good name. It's like sounds like an Italian mafia or something like that. Right, how's Yarmolenko coming along? Are we really going to get Fernando Llorente? And any updates on Maxi Gomez? That's 3-1 now. Well played, well played. Yarmolenko, I think David Gold tweeted out he should be back for pre-season. So fingers crossed. No fresh injury worries. Has a good pre-season. And then he can try to get back into Pellegrini's starting 11. Fernando Llorente, simple one with that. No, he's 34. People say it'd be an ideal replacement for Carroll. Yeah, I can see it, but no, we want to start getting rid of these over 34 players. We want to start looking younger and fresher. So no to that one. And any updates on Maxi Gomez? Look, I know as much as you do. I know we're linked. He's a player that Pellegrini wants. Hopefully within the next week or two, he'll make a decision. Maxi Gomez, he's got the choice of us and Valencia, I think it is. Champions League football, Premier League football. It's a tough choice. Me personally, I know what I'd choose, Premier League football. But that's me because I want to play for West Ham. But yeah, look, it's up to the player. If he wants to go Valencia, fair play. Say it now, we can move on. Get other targets. Probably end up signing Llorente on the last game of the season. Last day of the transfer window, sorry, not last game of the season. Right. Petteri Colonian. I'm sorry if I've said that wrong. You know me, I really struggle with names sometimes. Would West Ham like to buy Teemu Pukki? That's the Norwich striker, if I'm correct. Yeah, look, I think when he signed for Norwich, they got him on a free transfer. He scored like 30 goals in like 40 odd games. He's a Finland international, 29-30, I think he is. Yeah, look, Norwich ain't going to want to sell him. Is it a player I'd like to see at West Ham? Why not? You never know. But I doubt it. He wants to have a season in the Premier League with Norwich. He's proved it in the Championship. I think he got Championship Player of the Year. Got in the Team of the Year. Great season with Norwich. So, look, Norwich ain't going to want to let him go. But a goal scorer like that, yeah, I'd love to see him at West Ham. Right, Gordon Paisley. Ryan, if I post a question, will I need tokens? What's your take on the brilliant video Nicky did on Socios? Yeah, look, first of all, you don't need tokens to send in a question, but I think I might start up some Ryan dollars. So if you want to post a question, you have to buy Ryan dollars, and the more dollars that you spend, they're the questions I'm going to choose. So that's sort of how this Socios.com works. Look, Nicky explains it all in his video. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. If you've got 5 minutes spare, go and watch it. It's a brilliant video and it explains a lot. But yeah, this Socios.com is, look, it's nice to see that a lot of West Ham fans are agreeing on it, especially West Ham Twitter groups and social media groups, big name ones as well. We can all agree on this. We don't always agree on everything, but we can on this. Look, just because I sit here and do West Ham Fan TV doesn't mean that my say is worth more than the viewer watching this. It don't matter if you've got the highest corporate package at West Ham or you're just a fan that can't afford to go to games, but you watch the games at home. Your say is just as important as anyone's. For this Socios.com to charge people to have a say, it's ridiculous, and I'm quite embarrassed that West Ham have sort of agreed to this and promote it. I think it's ridiculous. I didn't really know much about it. I've let Nicky's the one that's wanted to look into it more, spoke to him as well at Socios.com. So yeah, to charge a fan to have a say on Player of the Year, Goal of the Month, and all that, and if you get more tokens, your say is worth more than the person that can't afford that many tokens. Absolute embarrassment, and I hope West Ham listen to the fans. I think it was brought up at the last meeting, supporters meeting the other night. So I'm hoping that the club listen. Look, this Socios.com, they can earn money different ways. They can earn money through adverts and sponsorships and things like that. Why charge a fan to have a say? It's ridiculous, and I hope the club distance themselves from this within the near future. Right, James Martini. There's that name again. James Martini, great name. What would be the best objective for us Sorry, I'm going to start that again because my iPad just went off. What would be the best objective for us for this new season? I think the simple answer to that, mate, is better than last season. Every season, a club should go in, don't matter who you are, West Ham or whoever, you should always go in to improve on the season before. And we've finished 10th 52 points. Look, we need to be aiming to get into Europe next season. That's the next step. That's progression. You want to start mixing. I'm not saying Champions League before people start hounding me. I'm saying Europa League, to start mixing it with some of the Europe's best teams, you know. Well, then we need to start proving ourselves. But we need to get, obviously, stability in the Premier League as well. So every season we need to be aiming for that top 10, without a doubt. Minimum is top 10. But we need to, progression is obviously Europa League. And people say we're not ready for it. How can you get ready for it when we're not in it? I know we had 2 poor bids under Bilic, losing to Ashton Gugu, you know, but we do need to mix it in, and I think that's progression. And as I always say, a good cup run. Right, Tom TJ Jones, how good is Fornals? Not heard much about him, but saw him play for Spain's under-21s and scored a great goal. Look, I'm like you, Tom. Never heard much about him. As we do, you go on, you link with these players, you go on YouTube. Everyone looks good on YouTube, apart from us at West Ham Fan TV. But yeah, look, he scored a great goal. He scored the winner, 88th minute winner. Dropping deep, got the ball, run at the defence, great strike. So if he does that week in, week out for West Ham, he's going to be a hell of a player. Especially when you put him in the same team as Arnautovic, Yarmolenko, Anderson, Lanzini, Jack Wilshere, Declan Rice. You know, it's frightening how good our attacking force can be. But look, it looks good on YouTube. It's got to be on the pitch at West Ham as well. Right, Warren Effany. With the current squad as it is and everyone fit, what would be your starting 11? Oh, I hate when things like this get chucked at me. Right, so everyone's fully fit now with the squad we've got now. No signings at the moment. I'm going to go Fabianski in goal, obviously. Fredericks right back. Diop, Balbena, Creswell. Fully fit Creswell. Right, Declan Rice in front of them. I'll have a diamond of Jack Wilshere, Yarmolenko, Anderson and Lanzini, and then Arnautovic at top. Obviously, Fornals, I haven't seen him play that much, so I'm going to stick with Lanzini at the moment. Yarmolenko obviously showed us signs of what he can do last season. But yeah, that little diamond, a fully fit Jack Wilshere, will be such an important player for West Ham next season. He will help us so much on the pitch. He'll create so many chances for our forward players. But that's a big if Jack Wilshere's fit. But what I've seen from him in pre-season, he's working hard, and you know, good luck, Jack. I can't wait to see you back in a West Ham shirt. Right, Nigel Prudham. Don't know about the rest of us West Ham fans, but I'm sick of hearing about Maxi Gomez. It's gone longer than Brexit. Sign him or move on. Yeah, it has. It seems like it's dragged on. It's a bit like the Carlos Bacca deal a few seasons ago. It just keeps going on and on and on. But yeah, I mean, it does get boring when it's the same stories every day. And you're right. If you want him, pay the money, offer him what we think is a good deal. If not, move on and get someone else in. Totally agree with you, Nigel. As for Brexit, look, it's dragging on and on and on. This Brexit will probably get sorted quicker than what a West Ham deal does, you know. Right. Got a few from Twitter here. At Dango851. Ryan, what's your opinion on the Gomez saga? Do you think we will sign him eventually, or will it be a waste of time? Keep up the good work, mate. First of all, thank you for that. As for Gomez, as I've said in the previous questions, would I like to see him at West Ham? Yeah, I would. Young striker, up and coming striker. Pellegrini rates him, wants him. So yeah, as I said, I trust Pellegrini. I don't want to pay over the odds for him. I don't want to rely too much on him, and I don't want to drag this out until the last weeks of the transfer window. But with Pellegrini's sort of history at West Ham so far in the transfer windows, he likes to get things done early. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, that deal's tied up. Right, Ali Shah, good friend of the show. I think this season we'll see the best of our players and the tactics that Pellers wants to play. Pellers, are you on their names for Pellegrini already? Also, any of you guys going to the Betway Cup match on the 3rd of August? The first part of that, yeah, I think Pellegrini, or Pellers, as we're going to call him now. Yeah, if he can get his get the right players that he wants on the pitch and his tactics, look, we can beat anyone on our day. But we know we can be beaten as well. So it's about getting consistency and keeping the players fit. That's the main thing. As for the second part, are we going to the Betway Cup match? Yeah, we'll all be there. Atletico Bilbao, first home game of the season. I know it's a pre-season friendly, but yeah, looking forward to it. It'll be good because you meet up with, as long as everyone's going, you can meet up with people that you haven't seen over the summer. We'll be there, fan cams and getting we wished. Fans' thoughts on the upcoming season, the signings, and let's hope we've got a few good signings to talk about. Right, at SamCam06, Sam Zini. What's your feelings on the board now after last summer and rumours have it we are spending big on a forward and have already spent 24 million on Fornals? Look, my opinion on the board will always be the same. I'm not the greatest lover. There'll always be the board that took us from our home. But look, we're at the London Stadium now, as I said. We're not going back to the bowling, so we've got to move on from that. Listen, if the board do something well, I'll give them credit. It's only fair, you know. You've got to give them credit. They spent the money last summer. They've spent big so far this summer, £24 million. Might not be big to some clubs, but to teams like West Ham, clubs like West Ham, it is. If they back the Pellegrini and getting the players he wants, you can only hold your hands up again and say, all right, we've had another good summer. They kept out of the press a lot last season, especially Karen Brady. Jack Sullivan, as we know, off Twitter now, hardly mentions it. He's concentrating on the women's team, which he's doing an unbelievable job at. Sullivan's not so much putting his foot in it anymore. So, yeah, it's good at the moment. They're listening to the fans, I think. So, look, as long as they back Pellegrini, fair play to him. Right, at Chris Bradley 1. We've got issues like any club. However, actions by the club, in brackets, Pellegrini hiring, squad investment, attempts to improve the stadium, for example, claret carpet, etc., leave me feeling genuinely optimistic. Do the West Ham Fan TV boys feel the same, or do you still think we are miles off? Do you know what that is? That's a great question. That is a really good question. I can only speak for myself on this, but I'm sure the rest of the boys, Nicky, Scott and Dan, probably have the same feelings as me. Yeah, look, if you look back to where we was 2 years ago, when we first moved into the stadium, 3 years ago, wherever it is now, it wasn't great times. But over time, things have improved. Stewarding, making it feel a little bit more like home. I know people laugh, but with the claret carpet, the flags, and look, it's not going to improve overnight. It's probably going to take another 5 years to get that stadium perfect. But it's little things that are improving. I've always said, what goes on the pitch, if we're winning, it's a happy place. If we're getting beat week in, week out, it's not a happy place, and you can start targeting things like the stadium and, oh, it's epoxy carpet, blah, blah, blah. But look, the atmosphere can be good. It proved that there's been times when we've played, especially in the big games, where, you know, we have made an atmosphere there. You go back to the Newcastle at home, Billy Bonds day. What an unbelievable day that was. Are we miles off of where the board want us to be? Yeah. Will they take us to the next level? No. But, you know, this slow progression. I know we want it quick, but it might take 2 or 3 years under Pellegrini to get us into an established European side and pushing. You never know. People might laugh when I say this, but pushing to try to get into that top 4, because it can happen. Will it happen? Probably not within the next few years. But as I said, it's a slow process. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a great question. But I'm going into the season. I'm optimistic. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like we're going to have a better season than last season. This might come back to bite me. Hopefully not. But yeah, that's a great question. But yeah, look, that was all great questions tonight. Thank you so much for everyone who sent in the questions. If I didn't read out your question, as I say always, don't take it personally. We get so many questions come in, duplicate question as well. So them ones are just chosen at random. So yeah, look, give me your thoughts on any of the questions. Give me your answers. If you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, the 2 thumbs up, thumbs down button, you know. Keep subscribing to the channel. We're growing slowly over the summer. It's always tough to grow your subscribers over the summer, but it's about getting the content out there. As I said, go back and watch Nicky's video on Socios.com. Great video. We've had some transfer videos out. This is where I think the last one went up was Dan. So we're going to have loads more videos coming out. We've got a few things lined up over the next couple of weeks that we're looking forward to. We've been trying to do live streams. So go back and watch them as well. It's something new for us. So I know a few West Ham channels do it as well. So it's good. It's easier for us to do. We can't always meet up. So to do it live, we can do it from home. It's better for us. And yeah, as always, I said it earlier, keep subscribing to the channel. And yeah, that's it for this week's show. Thank you so much for watching. Come on, you Irons.